Well, here we are again. So since the last one of these did do well, I wanted to do another one. I really have a passion for making commentary videos since basically 90% of the videos I watch on YouTube are in fact commentary videos. And since you guys seem to like it as well, it only makes sense to make more. So I present to you the August 2019 breakdown. This is not the video I keep alluding to, that is still in the works. Before I get started, I want to give a quick shout out to Green Wizard for their thoughtful response. It helped a lot. And without any more delay, we begin the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that I mentioned in the last breakdown. Twitch streamers abusing animals. Now in the previous video I only talked about Eliminity, but more streamers have started to publicly abuse their pets. Now I'm going to again focus on one person since they're more recent and their pet is actually the only dog I've seen abused. You may know who I'm talking about. I am talking about Brooke Houts. It should be noted that she is not a Twitch streamer, she's just a YouTuber. But anyways, Brooke Houts was making a video, the topic of which I don't know, I don't remember. It's really irrelevant, just not important. However, her dog came up to her wanting to play during the video. And like the horrible person she is, she slaps her dog. And by slap, I mean not a little flick or like a poke or like a tiny shove that you would do to get your dog away if you didn't want your dog there. No, I'm talking about a legitimate slap. Like a slap you would use in a fight. She went full force on her dog, like that.
It doesn't faze you.
She then goes on to chase her dog away, but then moments later you can see in the reflection of her TV screen that she has cornered her dog. I'm unsure if this led to further abuse, so I'm not going to make any claims that led to abuse. But then she gets back into making her video and her dog comes back wanting to play. She then tackles her dog, NFL style, yells at her dog point blank. Now mind you, dogs have much better hearing than humans do, so the eardrum of the dog is feeling much more pain than, say, if you or I were being yelled at point blank. And then she spits on her dog. What kind of human spits on a dog? Why are so many people just abusing their dogs and just pets? And then they think, yeah, this is fine to go on the internet where millions of people will eventually see me abusing my animal. That is very good. I will upload that to the streaming website. Why? Next up is something that I'm sure you haven't heard of. I didn't even hear about this until August 25th. PragerU University is in a lawsuit against YouTube. Apparently this lawsuit has been going on since 2016, but now the lawsuit has gone so bad that the actual head of Prager had to step forward and make a video explaining the lawsuit and then put it on YouTube as an ad so people would see it. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the Prager ads. They usually talk about controversial issues. I know I've seen a couple of their ads when trying to watch my daily dose of commentary videos. Anyways, Eric George, the managing partner for Prager, talks about the main reason why the lawsuit exists. So around 2016, PragerU noticed YouTube has been restricting some of their videos. Keep in mind, 2016 is when the YouTube adpocalypse hit. Very scary time. I think by the time the ad I talked about recently was uploaded, the number of restricted videos PragerU has was at 100, which is considering at the time I was making the script, the channel had 724 uploads, and assuming no other videos were restricted or uploaded since I saw that last number, about 14% of their channel's content is restricted. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does it mean when a video is restricted? Well, you see, a restricted video means a video cannot be viewed by someone who has search filters on or is under the age of majority, which varies from nation to nation, so I think it's mainly search filter. So the two main types of videos that are restricted are videos with excessive violence and gore, and then pornography. So YouTube is deeming PragerU's videos the same level as videos that have pornography or excessive violence and gore. I'm going to leave the video link down below in the description because I know my recap won't be as good at explaining things as the PragerU video. So go watch that video for further insight. In that video, Prager mentions this is a restriction of freedom of speech. I'm a big believer in freedom of speech. Basically, YouTube is a public forum. YouTube themselves describes YouTube as a public forum. This means that anyone can say anything, upload anything, post anything, as long as it doesn't break any laws. But I mean, there's been some leeway between that, sadly. And the site is not affected if someone gets in trouble. However, YouTube is now in a place where they are acting like a publisher. A publisher, like the New York Times, for example, chooses what is displayed on their site. Public forums cannot act like publishers because they end up restricting a freedom of speech without any repercussions. Well, I guess that's another point under the YouTube bad column. Another big thing that happened in this month was PewDiePie. Minecraft really popped up this month. Basically, it was revived not just by PewDiePie, but he did have a large impact in Minecraft regaining popularity. Then a few days ago, when I was writing the script, he hit 100 million subscribers. I was blessed enough to see it happen live. That was pretty cool. Speaking of live, subscriber feeds will not actually be updated live on YouTube anymore. I don't know why. But, so what that means is you'll only see a rounded up number as opposed to the actual number. Back to PewDiePie. The most important thing that happened to him this month was the fact he got married. The wedding looked really nice, and yeah. Sorry guys, I'm not the type of person who invests very much of their time into weddings, so I can't real say if it. Nonetheless, it was quite beautiful, and the two are good for each other. I don't do weddings. In other news, Spider-Man got game ended. He is no longer part of the MCU. Disney does not co-own him anymore. Now Sony owns all the rights to Spider-Man. But this might have changed since I last checked, because the amount of backlash Sony got from that was pretty big. Now moving on to more important news. This news is probably the most important out of all that I've mentioned. This news is not about someone on a social media platform, nor is it about a social media platform in its entirety or anything about pop culture. This is 1 billion times more important than anything I've talked about on this video. I don't talk a lot about global warming since I'm not the most educated in it, and I definitely know a lot more stuff about YouTube and other social media sites and what's happening on them. Holy balls, that was an incredibly disgusting sentence. But if you have not yet heard, you should be ashamed. Recently, the Amazon rainforest suffered a major fire. Hold on, let me rephrase that. The Amazon rainforest caught fire. A rainforest, you know, a forest that has high levels of rain? Caught fire. This is due to global warming, but also there may have been a slight chance where people intentionally started the fire. I'm not sure on the last part, but I'm 100% sure that global warming needs to be stopped. I'll try to leave some links down below about how you can learn about the fire and how to help. So go help as much as you can. Also, scientists said that we have 12 years left to cut down on CO2 emissions before the Earth cannot be saved. Well, now we only have about 17 months. Well, more like 16 months. Anyways, read the article in the description down below to learn more, because climate change is a serious threat, so go do it or I will slap you. Now, before I go, I have to be frank with you guys. As you may know, I started school recently, and I already got into the second week of school, and the work's already stacking up. I'm sorry to say it, but my video schedule may suffer a heavy hit from this. I'll try to upload when I can, but for now, know that videos won't be coming out as often as I want. And read that article about why we have a little over a year left on this earth. And without further ado, Susie Cat out.
Read the article.